Hello and welcome. There are a bunch of settings in Diablo 4 that are turned off by default, and they silently make the game harder to read, slow down your gameplay and make it more tiring to play, not only affecting your brain negatively but especially your eyes. So in this video I will show you 7 turned off settings that you should enable to make the game instantly clearer. Stay tuned until the end, because especially the last 2 tips gets ignored by most players but can even reduce lag. So let's not waste any more time and jump straight in. First, improved item tooltips. This one is honestly mandatory. If you are not using advanced tooltips, you are basically loot checking with a blindfold each and every time on every item. To enable it, open your options, then go to gameplay. Scroll down here to the tooltip section and turn on advanced tooltip compare and advanced tooltip information. Apply the changes, then hover over any item and you will instantly see more useful information. With improved tooltips on, you get clearer stat details, better comparisons, and you will instantly make a faster decisions when you are sorting gear. That means less town time and less decision fatigue in the long run. So turn it on, and from now on loot becomes scan and decide, not stare and compare for hours on end. Next one, character highlight. This one sounds small, but it's huge in actual gameplay. In nearly all higher level endgame content you deal with dense monster packs and chaotic attacks and ground mechanics. And sometimes your character can blend into the chaos so that you can't properly keep track of him. Highlight fixes this problem. For this, go to options, then gameplay. Look for display player highlight and switch it on. You can also usually adjust the intensity a bit and pick whatever makes your character stand out without being distracting. I give him here a Super Saiyajin aura. You'll track your own position better, dodge cleaner, and you'll feel less overwhelmed in high density content. If you ever lose your character on screen even for half a second, this is the fix for you. This brings us instantly to the next tip, mouse cursor highlight. This is one of the settings you don't think you need, until you turn it on and then you can't go back anymore. In hectic fights sometimes the cursor gets lost. Then you misclick, your movement gets sloppy, and suddenly you are taking damage for no reason. Open options and go to accessibility. Under visual, find high contrast cursor and set its cursor scale to medium or big, and enable it, of course. You can also swap the colors here, but for whatever reason this does not work properly right now on my system, but normally it should. But you get the point. The goal is to never lose your cursor in density again. This is especially good for long sessions, because fatigue for your eyes in Diablo 4 is real, and a lot of players are underestimating that fact. Tip number 4. Quest pin direction highlight. This one is pure quality of life, but I recommend it because it saves more time and energy than people may think. Without it, you waste mental energy reading the minimap the whole time while you are running, second guessing directions and constantly checking where to go next exactly. Go under Navigation Assist. Here you see auto pin quests and hot compass. Turn it all on. From auto pin new quest to a high contrast arrow, turn it all on and even adjust the colors if you want to. After this you can pin a quest and you will immediately feel how much less you need to open the map. With this kind of direction highlight you stay in flow. You don't need to glance over to the minimap every 10 meters on your horse, you just follow the arrow icon. That way you can keep your attention where it belongs, and that's of course your environment and stuff around your character itself. It's not about being super efficient in this case, but it's more about not interrupting your flow unnecessarily. Next one, force movement. If you don't use force move, you are probably doing a lot of small misinputs without even noticing. You try to move but your character attacks, or you click a mob when you wanted to reposition, or you get stuck for a moment in clutter. Force move makes movement cleaner and reduces accidental actions. And in Diablo 4, clean movement is basically free survivability. For force move, go into options, then controls. Find force move and bind it to a comfortable key for you. A lot of people use the mouse wheel or a side mouse button. After that, you will notice movement feels cleaner because you are not accidentally attacking when you just want to reposition. Even if your build is overpowered, this setting alone can make your gameplay while pushing and in your farming sessions feel smoother. Tip number 6. Show HP and resource over your character's head. This is a big one, and if you are playing seriously, I'd say a mandatory one. What this does is it shows your HP and resource over your character's head. This can be important, especially in push content, because there you may notice the incoming damage after it already happened. That glance to the bottom left to your health globe is every time an avoidable glance. For this, open options, again under gameplay. In the combat display section, enable show character HP and resource overhead. With the bars closer to your character, you process information faster and your brain doesn't have to flick around the screen constantly. It's just calmer, it's just cleaner. And in long endgame grinds and push scenarios, this can really matter a lot. So then last but not least, disable damage numbers. This is the one that feels controversial because people love seeing huge numbers. It's understandable, but here's the truth. Damage numbers are oftentimes just visual noise. At endgame power, you already know you are deleting mobs. The numbers don't give useful feedback anymore. They just fly around and fill the screen and hide important things like enemy attacks, ground effects, and your own character position even. For this, go to options, again under gameplay, then the combat text section. Turn off show combat text under combat text options, or at least reduce it if you still want some feedback. Turning this off makes the game instantly more readable, and believe it or not, can even reduce processing lag. This one is the only one in this list that is enabled by default, but disabling the constant flood of numbers is a huge upgrade in my opinion. So what do you think about these settings, and which ones do you know of that I forgot to mention? Feel free to drop it into the comment sections below. I read and answer every one of them. Also, if this video helped you out in any shape or form, give it a thumbs up so that it gets spread by the YouTube algorithm. Chances are, if it helped you, it will also help other players or even beginners. And if you are further interested in similar Diablo 4 setting tips like this, watch this video next to boost your FPS and reduce lag. See you there.